Well, hello, Adam Yao. Thank you for being here and being a part of our Manna U family. So, welcome.
Yeah, good to see you guys.
Yeah.
Well, kind of see you through this.
Right. So, in honor of our Dream Run 5K, we are currently in our Dream Week. And
Woohoo.
simply what that is just a week right before our actual race where we just love to highlight many students and their dreams. So this year we wanted to catch up with some of our alumni and see what they've been up to and just ask a few questions.
Sure.
So with that, when did you graduate and with what degree?
Yeah, so I was a COVID grad. Yes. I graduated with my Bachelor of Divinity in 2020 when this stupid, I probably shouldn't say stupid, but I did. Oh, anyways, this crazy pandemic had started and we're still in it. But yeah, and I had earned my degree in Bachelor's of Divinity, and it was a wild last year, but we got it done, and
Yeah.
now I'm about to start grad school in the spring because
Wow.
the Lord.
Post
Yeah,
COVID.
yeah. Now post COVID, hopefully.
Yeah, yeah. I definitely commended all of the graduates that were in the class of 2020. Just
Yeah.
because, I mean, Manna U is mostly online, so thankfully, we didn't get as hit, um,
Right.
but still, just the transfer, the Zoom, everything was still so fresh, and then
Right.
just even outside life
Right.
affected. I was still a student, but even my, I guess, personal life of going out or not going out,
Right.
that still affected my work habits, my motivation, being inside all day. So it was definitely just encouraging for me to see
Yeah.
how the class of 2020 really just persevered. So
Yeah.
congratulations.
Thank you. Thank
So
you.
what are you currently doing now?
So I am now in the wonderful state of Virginia. Um, and we are currently in the Newport News uh, area, or kind of along this whole peninsula. We call it the Hampton Roads area, where there's 7 cities, and then you got Virginia Beach that's right there on the actual East Coast. And so we're here because 2 reasons. One, we are part of a multiply church planning movement here with Manna Church. And also, I get to be the director and administrator of an expansion Bible training center site for Manna University. And so I get to serve in the capacity of bringing in and training and equipping and empowering students who are either going just through Manna University and the different degree options that we offer from undergrad to graduate, as well as an internship program that we call the Experience, where they also go through classes with Manna U, but then they are getting equipped with hands-on ministry and leadership development and opportunities through a partnership with Manna Church here in Newport News. And so I'm loving that. And because I said I'm in church planning here at Manna Church, that is code word for I do a lot of different stuff. I recently was given the opportunity to now lead Manna students. So we're doing that. Me and my wife are also leading our connections team here on the weekend for our weekend experiences, to get our guests who are visiting for the first time into groups and getting them really plugged in and connected to Manna Church, so they feel like they're a part of the family, because that's the way we see them, as now a new member of our family. And then what else? I play drums. I do worship. I get to do that. I'll do a little bit of production stuff. I mean, I could go to the list. We're doing everything. We're doing everything. And honestly, Manna U has really helped me step into all of these different arenas.
Right.
But yeah, so that's what I am doing now here in Newport News.
Wonderful. So that kind of flows perfectly into into the next question is, how do you feel like Manna U has equipped you or set you up for success for everything that you are doing?
Yeah. So there's a lot of different ways I think Manna U has equipped me, but the first one that really sticks out is really helping me define and get settled in on what destiny and calling and purpose really means, and just the biblical perspective on what those words that are usually like really big and intimidating and confusing and can get a lot of Christians just wondering like, what is this? Or they can become scared of like, what is God's calling on my life? What if I never figure it out? And what I mean by that is through going through courses at Manna U, it has helped me understand that destiny and calling is not so focused on what I do, but it's more focused in on discovering why God has put me on this earth. Because why will always include a who and a where, who God wants me to reach at different times of my life and where he wants me to bring them. And so I think that set me up well because, like I said, I'm doing multiple different things. And because of my understanding of calling and purpose, I'm more focused on, well, why am I here? Well, I know for me personally, God has put me on this earth to help other people get connected to their why. So what I do then isn't limited to like just this job or this position or serving in this area, but I get to serve in Christian education. I get to serve on a worship team and connections and lead students, and all because I'm not focused on figuring out, well, what am I supposed to do? But it's just, okay, God, well, why am I here right now? Okay, you want to help me get other people connected to the why. So who does that mean? Oh, students, and then just members of Manna Church and young leaders who haven't been equipped for ministry yet, but they're feeling a calling to ministry. Great. I'll do all these different things now to help those audiences get to where you want them to go. And that's either getting them into a group, getting them plugged here at Manna Church, getting them at Manna University. Those are kind of the more specific assignments that developed over time. But all that to say, again, my understanding of destiny and calling has really set me up to not cap myself and limit myself to, I can only be this and do this. And so that's the first thing. The second thing is talking about Bible and theology. Like Manna U has equipped me with the tools I need necessary just to even be a strong biblical Christian leader. Having the tools to properly interpret and study and then communicate Scripture and the principles of the Bible into the different areas in which I lead and serve has been vital, because there's so many leaders out there that they mean well, but they lead people astray on accident. But they think, no, this is what the Bible really says. But actually being able to have the tools to, and I'm not saying I understand the Bible perfectly. No one does. If you do, then you're wrong. And you need to get over yourself. But I think getting the tools, though, to make sure that I stay away from major red flags when I look at the Bible has been so key. And it's just enriched my own life, too, as I'm developing my relationship with God personally and trying to lead myself before I'm even leading others. And I guess that kind of is another sub point to this, is that Manna U has taught me the value of, hey, in order to be a great influential leader, you have to constantly be learning, what is God wanting you to do to lead yourself? Because you can't lead others before you lead yourself. And so Bible and theology, and just getting me good theology and helping me understand even how these grand ideas of who God is and how he's made us and how we as the local church are to be and who we're supposed to become is how really helped me put a good foundation down to continue to build on. So as I'm going into ministry and wanting to lead and serve people, we have a good solid foundation to help invest into their lives. And then I would say the final thing that Manna U has done to help prepare me for this is the emphasis of the different courses that we take in practical ministry and leadership. So not just being taught how to lead good Bible study, but how to actually effectively reach and influence the lives of the people that I get to serve and lead. So understanding things from beginning to start with leading with listening and getting to know people and understanding that people want to feel like they're known and that they're loved and that they're important and that they're a part of the family, and really trying to then find these little tools on how do we uncover what are those itches that they're having that aren't being itched, so I can help be a tool God uses to start meeting those needs for them. And then how to also just lead with vision, because in order to continue to gather more leaders to help you do this ministry, because I'm not supposed to be doing ministry alone, leaders eat vision. And so making sure that I understand that vision is one of the most vital aspects that I include in my leadership, instead of just telling people, I need you to do this, I need you to do this, I need you to do this, and they never understand why or where we're going. Taking different courses helped me realize the importance of that. And I feel like I could go on a lot of different practical ways. The ministry and leadership classes have helped me, and how that looks even here in Manna Church, Virginia, and Manna University, Newport News. But the point that I'm really trying to emphasize is Manna U providing a holistic training for practical ministry and leadership and learning the skills that I need to develop in order to be effective in those areas has been crucial to set me up for success here.
Wow, that's awesome. Something that I've definitely noticed that like has set Manna U apart is kind of like those basic gen ed classes, but for your spiritual growth, like destiny and calling. And right. I've never really seen such a focused class on yourself. And another thing that I think Manna U and the faculty do really well is they don't just tell you this is what to think, but they teach you. Like, hey, this is how you figure out your destiny and calling. This is how you work through your thinking and how you interpret the Bible, not so much of like, this is what it says, but like you're saying, like giving you the tools to figure it out. So when you're off on a different church or a different place and somebody says something that's kind of like alarming,
right,
you kind of can figure out yourself.
Right.
I think that's the biggest thing that Manna U does well, is to really equip leaders.
Right.
To know, in the sense, the basics.
Right.
And like you were saying, like you do so many things, but you know, like your basic calling.
Right.
Is to help people understand their why. And that can look in many different ways. You know, like you do connections, you do students, you do, you lead interns, you know, like, and to me, like if I didn't have those basic foundational truths of my calling, this is what, like I would get lost and I would get kind of frazzled and I'd be like, oh my goodness, I don't know my calling. I'm doing so many things. But like it's grounded in
right.
that, you know, in your basic form, like you're meant to help people, and that can look in many different ways.
Right.
So, I mean, that's just amazing. Stories like this just really empower me to continue to seek deeper spiritual education, but also like just personal time with the Lord.
Yeah.
Is to like kind of grind out those details with me. So then one day I can lead others. Like,
right.
You have to just kind of start at home base.
Right.
Where you can go lead people in Virginia.
Right.
Multiply, which is what we are called as believers. So amazing stories. Thank you again, Adam Yao, for coming and sharing your heart. And we love having you a part of the Manna U family.
Awesome. Love you guys.
Yeah, we'll see you later.
Bye.